All right, what's going on, everyone? Aaron here, Clean Cuts Lawn Care. It is Tuesday morning. We still have the snow on the ground. It was snowing a little bit this morning, so and it's cold, man. It is ice cold. It's winter cold right now. Of course, like I said, it's supposed to warm back up and get some better weather. We still have all of our cleanups to do. I'm a little worried. Yeah, I'm a little worried. Because we're not talking about pennies here. I have a lot of money on the schedule that I need to get done. So, yesterday at the shop was just I put that video up, just everything went wrong, nothing was going right. So I'm gonna head back to the shop today, try to get some stuff done. I'm not gonna stay there all day. Because it's just, it's that cold. But I have to run to Menards to get those eye bolts. I call them eye bolts. I don't know exactly what they're called. You basically screw them into wood or whatever, and they have a hook, a round hook that you can, put something on it, whatever. They actually switched out the gloves that I wear to a different brand. They look similar, but this brand is Boss. I've always worn, I believe, Rugged Wear, I believe. But they have a different brand. And they're more money. Alright, that's what I use right here. I guess they're called Lag Screw Eye. Okay, well, whatever. I had it pretty close. Alright, so I did go to Menards. I got everything I needed except I needed a roll of solder, and I did find the solder, but they only had the very, very thick gauge solder. I don't use the thick stuff. I like the thinner solder. It's not like I'm soldering together, I don't know, a big cable or something. So even when I have soldered together larger wires, the thin solder works just fine. If you guys remember last winter, what was that, maybe January, I'm out doing snow removal. I get a check engine light for an O2 sensor. Had another snow event the next day, and I rechecked the check engine light, and now it's not just the O2 sensor. I have cooling fan sensor, or cooling fan, whatever it's called, sensor 2, then cooling fan sensor 1. So I knew I was having an issue with that. I replaced the relays on sensor 2. It went away. And then when I checked the O2 sensor, what I found out was the wire had a hole in it. So I replaced the O2 sensor. Then I took the wire off that sensor and cut it. I cut the existing wire. I soldered that wire into the wire on the truck, fixed that. I replaced the relay, but then another one happened for the relay. So basically what I did was I took the whole fuse box out for the cooling fan, and it was all up under there. It was blue, like cake blue. So what I ended up doing was going to the junkyard and cutting out a whole fuse box for it. But I used those self-soldering connectors, and it worked perfectly, right? Put everything back together, everything was fixed. And then this summer, I started getting check engine lights for the cooling fan. And what was happening was they were coming apart. And I had done it real good. I had used electrical tape and that plastic harness stuff. So I had electrical taped it, wrapped it in that, and then electrical taped that. So it was done really good, but they were coming apart. And that's when I said I'll never use those self-soldering butt connectors again. So anything that has to be soldered, I just solder it now. I never use those connectors anymore. All right, I finally made it to the shop. I got the solder But Harbor Freight used to have these smaller round rolls for like $8. And that's what, you know, that's what I've always had. Now all they have is these bigger ones. That was $20-something. And the larger gauge was $30. So the hole didn't get any worse overnight, but I think as I go to get this snow off here, it's gonna get worse. Once I get this out of here, I'm gonna get my ladder and just try to push it all off by hand. So yesterday, I remember I talked about this, but I didn't show it. So I did screw these two together, just like I did on that side. So, I mean, this is, it doesn't get any more solid than it is right now. So I'm happy I decided to do all that. I don't know why I thought about doing it that way. It just kind of came to me, I guess. Like I said, not that it's the best way to do it, but it worked. And moving forward, that's just how I'm gonna do it. I see all these mowers, all this equipment, and it's nice. I feel proud that I've done this. At the same time, I think, how the hell did this happen? You know, like, I don't know. It's like, how did I even get here? And yes, it's great having all your equipment and whatnot, but at the same time, it's so much stuff to take care of. So much stuff that can and will and does break down. See that? This side's gonna rip too, for sure. This one won't, I don't think. Friggin' ice, man. Oh yeah, this side will. Let's see what the outside looks like. Okay, good. Got a lot off of it. Looks good. So let's get a rough estimate on how far this tarp is going to reach. Maybe not. It's going to be very, very close. Needs to go to at least right there. Oh man, I'll tell you what. I mean, it is very, very close. So I think what I'll do is put this over the top of that. And then if if I am gonna be good on the length, then I can separately remove this tarp from under it. Okay, so I'm gonna start working on the eye bolts, and then I will after that I'll start working on that. I just need one drill bit, a small one. All right, so what I'm gonna do is drill a hole on the outside of the boards. Put these stupid ass stickers on here. Get it started. Just like that. Now securing it to that side is not going to be easy, because as you can see, I have no real room over here. I was talking about this yesterday. I wanted to move it over, but it's just not really going to happen. So I'm gonna get all these secured. All right, all 8 anchors are in place. Those 2 middle ones are going to be the ones that give me the problem. Also, I know I did it in here. If you guys, listen, if you have a tarp down and there's snow on the ground, you have snow on your feet, whatever, do not be stepping on the tarp. I don't know if you guys remember, when I do a snow event, I normally have 2 snow blowers with me. One here and one on the cart, and they're both covered with tarps. When I go do the snow event, I uncover the one I'm using. Last year, I was switching snow blowers at a house, and instead of parking right here against the tree lawn, for whatever reason, this time I parked on the opposite side of the street. It's a big street, so this side of the truck was against the open road. I'm switching out snow blowers. The tarp was in the bed of the truck, snow all on it, everything, and like an idiot, I stepped on the tarp, slipped. It was in truck 51. There was no sidewalls up. I fell off the truck this way, landing on this arm, and I thought I broke my arm. And I spent basically the rest of that day or 2 days trying to finish my snow route with one arm. And you need 2 for a 2-stage snowblower. So I know I did it in here, but you know, you gotta watch that. Man, this is gonna be crazy how to do this. I'm gonna have to go put it up here. Okay, hold on. I might have an idea. But keeping it up there is gonna be the problem. Let me see here. Right here. Right here. I knew I had it. Okay. Keep this with me for now. Put this around my neck. Let's see here. Make sure I have this the correct way. Yeah, it was just like this. Okay, so I'm gonna go up in here. Man, it would be nice to have at least one other person here right now, but there's no one available to help me right now. Okay, so I gotta get it up over here. Yeah, you can go ahead and rip, I don't care. Go ahead and rip. Okay. I got it here. Here's the plan. Take this, hook to here. Yeah. You ain't going nowhere, motherfucker. You ain't going nowhere until I tell you to. too far, I think. I'm gonna have to do this in sections. Oh boy, that's heavy. It's not heavy, but it's awkward, you know? Okay, let me see here. Put this here. Grab it here. Put that there. Okay, I'm gonna go try to lift the tarp up and over. Just got to be creative. So once I have it around these corners and I have this whole end up, it'll slide. You see? See that? I hope I don't have this going on the wrong way. Wouldn't that be crazy? I don't think I do. I think I have it the right way. I don't know. It don't look right. Let me see. I could have got it mixed up. I'm gonna say, yeah, I have it going the wrong way. So okay, let me see. This end needs to go up and over. That's that back corner over there. This is this corner down there. Where's that bungee? Right there. Get this bungee off. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit difficult, but put this around my neck. Look at that, hung right to my belt buckle. Like it was meant to be. Stay there. Or my belt loop, it hung right to my belt loop. I meant. Here we go. There we go. That was that piece of wood, that 2x3. I threw it up there to try to keep the tarp there. Stay there. I'm coming, stay there. Bungee this corner. Bungee this corner to here temporarily. Bungee this corner to here temporarily. Okay, that side just took off, but it's okay because I have it stuck in two corners. So it really can't, it can move, but it can't really go anywhere. So I just need to get down there and drag that corner. See where it's at. Right there. I can see it. Yep, right there. We'll just hook it there for a second. All right, it's on there. It's holding steady. So how am I going to do this? I need to start securing the top. Oh, something came off. Has to be this bungee. Has to be. Yep. Both of the front ones. Okay. I just needed to hold on temporarily here. So I'm gonna get my rope out and start in this corner. Okay, so let's see how much rope I'm gonna need. Okay, it's gonna be up top. Let's see how far back that is. Yeah, because that will hold on all corners. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna temporarily tie it, just temporarily. All right, so you see these white straps all right here. So at the top tarp and this, it goes through both of them and then they wrap around that ball to hold it. I took one strap off of the old roof and put it through the new tarp and put it back through here and around to that tarp on both ends. So there's at least one thing holding the roof up top on both ends. So now what I have to do is secure the four corners hard, like hard, and then I can go back through and do the middles, because I want to make sure that they're tight. I want to have them as tight as possible, you know, all the way around. All right, so there's some snow coming. I think what the best thing to do here is I'm gonna keep the knots I have up here, because that doesn't matter. I think what I'm gonna have to do, because I'm not really trusting just tying a simple bow line to the bottom, I think I'm gonna just use like a taut line knot. So it's pretty simple. Okay, you just take, this is your working end, you overlap it like this, you go in one, you go in two. So you want two full wraps though. So it's almost like you're going in a third time, so you have two full wraps down here. Okay, then you come under, you're staged in, back in your hole, and then you secure it like this, and then you want more of a tag, by the way, just so you know. I'm just doing this for an example. And then you can pull it up like that, and then that secures it, and then pressure will keep securing it. I really wanted to use those clips, but you know, those little right here, I wanted to use these just in case I wanted to like quick remove them or whatever, but that's just not gonna work. So I'm just gonna use a taut line knot and secure these, because I don't have a whole lot of time. If it does snow, I want to be able to get out. I mean, if they're talking about 1 inch an hour starting now. So, you know, if need be, like I said, I want to be able to get out there and do the snow, but they're being charged, you know, separately. So I'm not going to be able to use these clips here, or the clips here that I was talking about. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna use the taut line knot on all corners, and it'll hold. I'm not worried about that at all. So I'm gonna start here, do the corners, and then I'm gonna do the insides. I need to speed this up I'm not going to worry about the trailer today. I want to finish the roof, put the trailer away, take my snow blower, some gas cans, and go home and just kind of relax in case this happens. I'm not even taking the inside of this down today. I'm leaving it up as is for right now. Not, you know, probably eventually I will take it down. I will secure a couple more up on these corners before I go, but I need to get this done quick because they're talking about some serious snow. And if I go out and if I have to go out and I charge these people independently, I mean, you're talking about $2,000 for the route. So there's no way in hell I'm gonna miss out on that if it comes down to it. So let me see how much I'm gonna need here. All right, so I just reached out to every snow removal customer and sent them a message because they're like in panic mode right now. You know, blowing my phone up. I understand. I mean, they're talking about like 4 to 5 inches today. And the message I sent out, it just said, hello. It said, in the event that we do get significant snow, this one's broke almost. I said, we will be doing the route. However, I said, our snow removal coverage does not begin until December 1st, and the price reflects that. I said, but in the event that we do get a significant snow, I will be doing the route, and it will just be added onto your snow removal bill as a separate service. So I got a bunch of messages back so far. Everybody was like, oh my God, thank God. Look, I understand, okay? Especially because a lot of these people are older and whatnot. So I understand being nervous, but at the same time, a lot of the people who were contacting me the other day, they were literally like, oh, if it snows, it's covered, right? No, it ain't covered. Like I said in yesterday's video, what do you know? You know damn well it's on your service agreement. It's on all your paperwork. No, you know, they're always trying to get something for nothing, man, and that shit ain't happening. Like I said, if I bill it separately, going through it one time is like, it's $2,000. No, not just chalking that up to the game. Hell no. So the snow is pretty much stopped for now. Now I'm not like too worried about the snow. It's all gonna, by Saturday we're back to normal. I already know that. This week is basically a wash though. So I mean, as far as the workload for fall, man, oh God, it's gonna be brutal trying to get all this done. But you know, by Saturday it'll be back to normal, and you know, be able to get this stuff done, hopefully. I guess if it snowed, I really wouldn't mind, but doesn't really mean I want to, you know. All right, I'm not gonna secure that one. It's a little bit too far over. So the whole top right now is secured. Let me see here, let me go the other way. This side and that side is completely secured now. Put this here. Like I said, I could have took this off, but at least it provides a little bit of protection on the front end here. All right, so now I have more time to, you know, settle back down and finish all this. So we're all secured here, you can see, with those white bungees. Let's take a look back here. We're secured here. I wish it was more over this way. Maybe there's something I can do with attaching a rope to one of the ties and bringing it over. I'm gonna work on that. I gotta fix these first. I was gonna leave them like that temporarily just in case, but I think I'm gonna be okay now. All right, even though I was dead set against using bungees for my middle sections, it basically just turned out to be my best option. I had put I had put wire on these two over here. I didn't like that it wasn't holding pressure. I mean, it was holding pressure like this, but like I said, you know, you can only use so many different knots to, you know, to hold it down. So I just went ahead and bungeed it. So the whole top is now covered. Both ends are covered. It's not going nowhere. All right, so I'm not even gonna bother showing it, but I just put the light on there, soldered it all together and everything. It's not working. I should have known it has something to do with the wire, probably from the accident, because like I said, the other side quit working. It might have been right at the impact. You know, when the lady hit me. I wasn't too sure. So something's going on under there that's causing this side and the other side to not work. So that's going to be a deep dive to figure that out. That sucks. That was a friggin' waste of time there, but it's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna leave this out because I got a big project to do this winter, and I'll need that for it. As you can see, the snow stopped, which is great, kind of. Like I said, I would have went out and did the snow event had it came. Who knows, it still could. We'll see. But I'm thinking by Saturday we're back to normal with the weather, and you know, and the snow will be gone. Get back to work. All right, I'm just gonna have to move everything out. All right, getting close. This thing probably ain't gonna want to start too good. Haven't had it started in 2 weeks maybe. I just turned the gas back on, so it's gonna take a minute. Come on, baby. Old Faithful. All right. So, to everyone who said last year that this was a stupid purchase, listen, I'm not denying that. Okay, definitely not my best purchase, this right here. But I will not deny this thing its rightful due. We were having problems last year with snow blowers. If you guys remember, it was every snow event I had a problem with snow blowers. When I needed this thing, it showed up and it came in clutch. So right now, this one and that brand new Toro, that's all I have in terms of snow blowers right now. That's probably why I'm so nervous about that Toro single stage, you know, about it working and doing what I needed to do, you know, because this is all I have. That 30-inch basically fell apart on me. Still brand new practically, it fell apart. The drive shaft broke, everything broke on it. The 24-inch I had, it just won't run right. I've replaced the carburetor, I rebuilt the original carburetor. It's messed up, it's gone. So that's why I say this, you know, this one and that Toro is all I have right now. Now, when I get out there, if that Toro didn't do what it needs to do, and you know, Would I rely on this for the whole winter? No, absolutely not. I would go buy another 2-stage of some kind, you know, I don't know what brand, but I would go buy another 2-stage. But I'm confident that Toro is going to do what it needs to do. I'm overthinking it. But like I said, as far as everyone commenting that this was a dumb purchase, look, I'm not denying that, okay? But it did what I needed it to do. And, you know, I'm definitely not going to deny that just because it's an off-brand and kind of chintzy. You know, it came through for me in a big way last year. So I'm not going to sit here and, you know, jump on it now and say, oh no, yeah, you're right, this thing's trash. Like I said, it came through for me, so. Come on, motherfucker. Look at this stupid shit. Who makes shit like this? Oh yeah, that's how you want to play it. That's how you want to carry it. That's how you want to do it. You gonna fall off on me at the last second? Well, I don't think so. I don't think so. Look at that. Too smart for you. Too smart for you, trailer. Yeah. Who you think you're over here dealing with? Daddy's little girl? Nah. Nah. All right, now I'm gonna try to put everything back to where if I don't need it, it's out of the way. If I don't need it, I don't want it up near the front right now. Even these ramps. I don't think, well, man, it kind of depends on that, honestly. What was I saying? These ramps, I'm not really planning on using them. If this snowblower does what I want it to do, I'm not even planning on taking that with me after I know it's working. And I don't know if I feel like picking this thing up into the back of the truck after every house, you know? So probably not. So I'm probably still going to use my cargo carrier. So I think I can go ahead and put these ramps away. I feel like I can. Obviously I don't need any baggers right now. So I can put all these baggers in the back right now. Let me see. I think I'll put this here because I can get by it and the 36 can kind of go up under it. Sure, it's got to be close to 20 ounces it takes. Has to be. And I think this was overfilled because I filled it up. All right, let's check some oil here before I put it away. Just want to make sure we're okay for now. We finished the season right at the next oil change, like 2 hours over. I turned the cap like one ring on the threads, not even turn, just a little bit under the thread. So we're a little low here. And I am going to be starting these over the winter, so that's going to need some oil. Which, I mean, I did just have it running, so it's probably not as low as I'm thinking. Sure, there's more in there than what I'm thinking, but I see it's oil right there. See, look at this. This is what bothers me, man. All that buildup on there. And then you got to be so careful not to get any in there. Okay. So yeah, I just put it on there, and then I just make sure it's on the first groove. Not tighten down at all. Just make sure it's on the first groove. So if this one's just below full, so if this one's fine, I'm sure that one's fine. But I'm gonna add just a dab to it, because like I said, I'll, you know, during the winter when I'm able to, you know, I like to start the stuff. I prefer to have it drained, really, but like I said, when I'm here, oh wait, is that one open? No, this one's open. You know, when I'm at the shop, I don't mind throwing a little bit of gas in and running it, you know, just to make sure. Yeah, look at that dark oil. I mean, we finished right at the oil change. I think we were maybe 5 hours over, actually, which I probably shouldn't have did that, but on this stick. I mean, I see the bottom has oil in it, the bottom hole, but I can't get like a good gauge on it. Okay, I see it right there. Okay, we're in the okay area. Yeah, we're in the okay area. So it's full. I'm not sure exactly how many ounces it took because, like I said, I had that bottle, I had it overfilled, and I don't know how many ounces I had in it because I consolidated another bottle of that oil into that bottle and just kind of, you know, threw it all in there. So not really sure how many ounces I had in there. Now there's no way to throttle this down, just so you guys know. Has no throttle on it. All you can do is take the key out. That's all you can do is take the key out. There's no throttle. Same thing with this one. Man, this thing is so friggin' plasticky. But they say it's good, so who am I to question? Alright. Son of a gun. I just looked and just seen my my solder gun still hanging on the trailer. Forgot to put it away. So not bad. I got the roof put on. I've found out that it's not just the lamps on the trailer. It's obviously she obviously damaged the wiring when she hit my trailer. And I mentioned it in another video, but you know, I'm convinced that she was drinking, because the other lady that showed up was also, I'm pretty certain, was drunk, you know, when she showed up. But I don't know, I guess it just never really crossed the officer's mind. Not that, you know, I mean, you know, they're the cops, not me, you know, but I guess it just never really crossed their minds. As soon as that one lady pulled up, though, I was like, she has to be drinking. There's not a, you know, there's like no other question. But they never, I don't know, they never thought about it, I guess. All right, guys, if you liked the video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know everything I'm doing wrong, and keep the measures clean, boys. I'm out.